Welcome to AP Engineers Hub. Flood disaster management mitigation measures, a way forward. A flood is an overflow of water from water bodies such as a lake, a river, or it may occur due to an accumulation of rainwater on saturated ground in all aerial flood. Floods can also occur in rivers when the flow rate exceeds the capacity of the river channel. Floods can also occur in rivers when the flow rate exceeds the capacity of the river channel and may be local or affecting entire river basins. Floods Indian scenario. India is having geographical area of 329 million hectares. About 40 million hectares is flood prone. Area protected so far is 18.8 million hectares. Length of embankment constructed 35,200 kilometers. Length of drainage channels constructed 39,700 kilometers. View of flood scenario. Flood disasters. 40 million hectares are prone to flood. 8 million hectares affected by flood every year. Brahmaputra and Ganges basin are most flood-prone areas. Northwest region of west flowing rivers Krishna, Kaveri and Mahanadi are other flood-prone areas. Cyclone. Long coastline of 8,000 kilometers. Coastal states of Orissa, Andhra Pradesh and Gujarat most prone to cyclone. Flood havoc. This is the situation during flood. Srisailam Dam and Nagarjuna Sagar Dam in AP and Telangana during Krishna floods of 2009. Flood mitigation. Flood mitigation involves the management and control of floodwater movement such as redirecting flood runoff through the use of dam gates, rather trying to prevent floods altogether. It also involves the management of people through measures such as evacuation and dry or wet proofing properties. There are normal damages that are likely to occur to irrigation structures, breaching of earthen bunds or dams, canals, washing of the dam gates, slipping of earthen dam slopes, slipping of protective rough stone revetment of to earthbands, deep covers, below energy dissipation arrangements of structures. Flood mitigation measures. Dam safety measures, inundation maps, pre-monsoon inspection of irrigation project sources and advanced actions to be taken by the officers concerned. Effective flood forecasting, weather forecast systems, wireless and conventional communication systems, patrolling of flood banks, irrigation sources are prime requisites. Flood levels, river discharges and estimations of the same at different intervals need to be monitored by continuous contact with the upstream river gauge stations and follow the warnings facilitate effective flood monitoring. Round the clock flood control rooms at project sites and divisional and circle headquarters during flood season is an important. Even flood moderation is an ineffective. The extent of suffering, damage and economic losses caused by floods will be enormous. The magnitude of government expenditure on relief will be beyond our budgetary limitations. We must learn to do is not to so much to control floods as to cope with them when they occur and minimize damage partly through floodplain zoning, that is, regulation of settlement and activity in natural floodplains of rivers, and partly through disaster preparedness. Floodplain zoning has been found politically difficult. For disaster preparedness, the most important element is timely knowledge. Governments, local bodies, and people need to know how soon a flood is likely to arrive and what its magnitude is likely to be. Need for appropriate measures for the prevention or minimization of hardship, loss, and damage. Flood mitigation measures. Advanced depletion of the reservoirs based on flood warnings to accommodate receipt of flood for short while before spillway surpluses is also measure of flood mitigation. Safe release of flood to downstream of dam with advance warning helps in timely evacuation in low-lying areas and also helps stoppage of traffic over bridges across the river. Dam safety operations are preventive measures of flood mitigation. Pre-monsoon and post-monsoon dam inspections followed by repairs is mandatory by the project authorities. River conservator flood contingency plans. It is a practice in work in the irrigation department that river conservators of all major rivers under River Conservation Act 1884 prepare the contingency plans in their jurisdiction well in advance of the flood seasons every year. Normally, the executive engineers under whose jurisdiction the river falls are normally designated river conservators. Even otherwise, also they are responsible for the same, including all advance actions and preventive measures to mitigate the likely occurrence of floods. The flood contingency plans in respect of rivers like Godavari, Krishna, which are subject to the occurrence of frequent floods, are in place as a regular phenomenon. The district collectors discuss the mitigation measures of emergency and permanent in nature with irrigation officials in the month of April itself. Appointment of flood duty officers, control rooms, mode of communication system, including alternate flood stores, identification of vulnerable villages, flood banks and tanks. Flood stores. Empty cement bags, kazurana bellies, bamboos, sand, country twine, coir rope, petromax light, kerosene, diesel, crowbars, earth baskets, prickly pear hooks, etc. Structural measures and non-structural measures. Structural measures: multi-hazard resistant structures, safe shelters, retrofitting of structures, modernizing early warning system. Non-structural measures: awareness generation, training and capacity building, policy and regulations, mock drills and demos, effective dissemination of early warning, development of state, district, village plans, implementing acts related to disasters. Structural and non-structural measures to mitigate flood situation. Alert flood duty officer through wireless or VHF sets, obtain upstream gauge data of water levels, flood discharge, work out time lag to release flood at dam site, fix the time schedule to release flood water to downstream. All the downstream low bridges, culverts, patrol, stop movement of traffic, river flood banks patrolling and identifying vulnerable points, move flood material. Flood warning issued through siren or radio, deplete reservoir to accumulate expected flood to delay downstream release flood with gradual increments. Close irrigation canals. Reduce water levels gradually. Sudden drawdown conditions cause damage to banks and breach. Avoid this contingency. Keep required labor force for operation of gates manually in case of power failure or generator failure. Keep ready emergency gates to overcome gate wash away situation. Reserve breaching of canal banks, river banks at high planks in case of emergency to reduce inundation threat to life. For free flow of flood, all the bridge structures continuously clear logs, vegetation, weed. Stop traffic of all downstream low-level bridges causeways to avoid wash-away pedestrians or vehicles. All vulnerable banks strengthened by sandbags and pulleys. Monitor receding flood by gradual closure of gates, assessing inflows and outflows. Total closure of dam gates and restore safe storage when inflows match outflows. Prevention is better than cure. Upkeep dams and flood banks by pre-monsoon and post-monsoon inspection and repair. Crisis management followed by one and all helps flood mitigation. Flood mitigation measures. Mitigation includes and involves dam safety, contingency plan, inundation maps, emergency action plan, and pre-monsoon review of alertness by district administration. Effective flood forecast, weather forecast system, wireless and conventional communication system, patrolling of flood banks, irrigation sources, and primary reach. In a river length, the existence of dams, barriers, anchors will be the gauge stations, and warnings will be issued based on flood levels and discharges, which facilitates effective flood monitoring. Round-the-clock flood control rooms at project sites and head office during flood season is an important tool of disaster management. Advanced depletion of reservoirs based on the flood warnings, flood levels of upstream dams, and keep open to receive the floods is an important structural measure of flood mitigation. Safe release of flood below the dam is essential even to help have safe evacuation of low-lying areas. Dam safety operations are preventive measures of flood mitigation. Pre-monsoon and post-monsoon dam inspections followed by repairs is mandatory for the project authorities. River conservator and flood duty officers shall be crisis managers during floods. Zero loss of lives and livestock, safeguarding the project's crops are the end goals of flood mitigation. Emergency action plan is an integral part of flood management and mitigation. An emergency action plan contains procedures and information to assist the dam owners and taking necessary actions in time to moderate or alleviate the problems, in addition to issuing early warnings and notification messages to responsible emergency management authorities. Disaster magistrate or collector, armed or paramilitary forces, project authorities, and other state central authorities. The EAP also includes inundation maps. Other inputs of EAP: probable maximum flood, standard maximum flood, 500,000 years return period, flood hydrograph, inundation maps, safe carrying capacity of downstream river and safe levels, assessment of resources for relief and rescue measures. An EAP to prepare the coordination of necessary actions by the dam owner and the responsible local and state officers to provide timely notification, warning, and evacuation in the event of an emergency. The EAP constitutes identifying all jurisdictions and individuals involved in EAP and also interaction which include discussion on evacuation, post-flood situation, and action. The primary and auxiliary communication systems, both internal and external. Flood disaster and dam safety. A techno-management discipline, asset management for the owner, public safety assurance. Background: Dam Safety Act and need for legislation. Damage in human device for exploitation for irrigation, flood control, hydropower, and industrial water supply, etc., and pivotal in development activities of the nation. Hence, the Government of India, in order to avoid the dam failure, initiated draft Dam Safety Act 2002. The Government of India framed the draft Dam Safety Act 2002 and sent to the states to pass the same in respective assemblies as per Article 252 of the Constitution of India. Government of AP and West Bengal in Assembly passed resolution to adopt the provisions of draft Dam Safety Act 2002. The recommendations of the Parliamentary Committee were now incorporated and vetted by Ministry of Law and Jurisdiction. And draft Dam Safety Bill 2014 was under circulation with respect to state governments to pass the Assembly. Conclusion: flood disasters are nature's occurrence resulting in river floods which are beyond human control to prevent but can be managed and mitigated. Flood disaster management is possible by preparedness and coordination with CWC, Indian Meteorological Department, and other state line departments such as Revenue, Police, Agriculture, Groundwater Department, etc. Emergency action plan is the lifeline of flood disaster management. Mechanism of flood forecasting, advanced warning system, and flood control centers by Revenue and Irrigation Department is to effectively function. Flood disaster can be mitigated by timely actions and preventive measures. To safeguard and structures, assets and structures, prior identification of vulnerabilities by the department is better tool. Evacuation of people, livestock with a contingency plan is most essential. Preventive steps to minimize damage to crops and assets are needed to greater extent and possibly by implementation of emergency action plan and contingency plan. Development and adjustment to go together, not in opposite direction. Thank you.